I get asked about this a lot, and that is the day that I coughed up blood. So I thought I would do a video going over everything that happened, thought process that I was going through at the time, and how it felt and all that type of thing. So I've got a lung disease called sarcoidosis. So sarcoidosis is an autoimmune disease. There's currently no cure for that, and basically my immune system identified my lungs as a foreign body or a foreign invader, and attacked my lungs, and attacked them to the point where I've got cavities. The only sort of medication you can have for this are penicillin, or Preds as everyone calls it, or prednisolone is another way you can say it. They are a steroid which help to dumb down your immune system. One of the negatives of that, you have a weakened immune system. When I had a weakened immune system, fungal spores which you breathe in all the time managed to get into my lungs and grow in the cavities. So the day I coughed up blood, I knew I had sarcoidosis. I didn't know I had fungus, which is aspergillosis, growing in my lungs. So I used to go to the gym 6 times a week, maybe more, sometimes twice a day. And I remember the day I had been training legs, so a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of squats, that type of thing. So a lot of strain on my body. And I've got home and I'm exhausted, and bed like this, and I've lied down. Do you mind if I see me? Lied down like this, and then I took a phone call. So I'm lying up on the bed, making the phone call, and as I've got off the phone, I didn't cough or nothing. It was just something just came up. It wasn't like feeling sick. It was just literally, I felt something come up my throat which was warm and fill up my mouth. Which I felt completely fine. I was just like, that's a bit weird. Like what's in my mouth? So I stand up, go to the bathroom, open my mouth, and out pours bright red, dark claret red blood. I do have a picture. Some people like to see this type of thing. If you do want to see it, I'll put it on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is the picture I took at the time. So I took that picture just to show the hospital how bad it was. I didn't want to go to hospital and be like, oh, I brought up some blood, and they go, oh yeah, well, I'll come back later, you look fine, sort of thing. And that's sort of the mindset you get when you have a chronic illness, because you look completely and utterly fine most of the time. So I brought this blood up. I call my sister, who's a nurse, and I am panicking. I'm like, I ring my sister and I'm like, I just brought up loads of blood, and I send her the picture, and she's like, call an ambulance. I'm like, I'm not calling an ambulance. I'll drive to the hospital. So I drive to the hospital. I get seen pretty quickly, to be honest. And while I'm sitting there, I remember just thinking, like, why? Like, I didn't have a clue. Right? I was just like, why have I coughed up? Why have I coughed up blood? I remember getting put into a ward, and again, I say coughed up. I didn't cough. It just came up. I remember going through A&E and all that sort of stuff, X-rays, all that sort of thing. And I remember being in the ward at the night time, and they didn't really know what to do, where to send me, that type of thing. I had to have tests. The X-rays showed a few sort of potential sort of growths or something in my lungs, and I remember being told that I have to take these tablets that help you blood clot if I cough up blood again. And about 4 o'clock in the morning, I've got those stupid little paper kidney dishes that they give you, or cardboard, and I've just emptied out into it. I remember ringing the nurse, like panicking, and she was the most calm, dismissive nurse. It was basically like, well, what do you want me to do about it? And I'll never forget that. I remember just looking at her being like, I'm coughing up blood, I'm meant to take a tablet to help clot my blood. And she was like, oh yeah, but everybody's gone home now. And I'm literally looking at her thinking, I might not even be here like, in 20 minutes at this rate. I could probably bleed to death. In the end, I managed to get the medication. I kicked off such fuss. We then jumped forward, and I found out that I've got the fungus growing in my lungs. And the fungus, firstly the fungal spores and the fungus growing in my lungs, we are all breathing in. You will be breathing it in now. Yeah, not to freak you out, but you will be breathing in now. And the fungus got into a cavity, and it sort of grows with only minimal contact of my tissue, so it doesn't really get seen. And then it grows to a point where it's big enough that it starts sucking the arteries towards it, or pulling them towards it, and the arteries sort of change direction, change shape. So where you might have like a nice straight artery, it now balloons out a bit and goes with it, or you have like little bits that got, it's weird, I've seen some pictures of it. And then when they get towards the fungus spore, it eats into them, and then you bleed to death, which is nice. Yeah, that's my story about coughing up blood. I said a lot because I didn't pre-plan this or write it or anything. I just had the urge just to pick up the camera and to do this. The tablets that I have to take to clot my blood, I tend to have them with me all the time. So it happened 3 years ago, I'm going to say now, was it was November 2014, was it? Yeah, it was November 2014. No, December 2014 is when I coughed up blood for the first time. The medication, I have to take it everywhere with me, so it's like a constant reminder. So always at the back of my head, no matter where I go, it's like, could this be the day that you cough up blood? It's a strange thought. In the end, I had a lung embolization, which is where they go in through your groin, they go up into your arteries, drop off these little beads and block off the arteries that are near or at risk of bleeding. And there, they can do that quite a few times, I guess. So that's what's happened. That's my story about bringing up blood. It's scary. It's there's nothing worse than having something wrong with you on the inside and you can't look and see. Blood's just as scary. If you cut your hand, it's fine. You just look at it, oh yeah, because you actually physically can see it fixing itself. But bringing up blood was really, really scary. Like really scary. Like I didn't know if it was just like a little pinprick or a massive hut. Like I didn't know. So yeah. That is the end of my story. I'd like to say it's probably, I would love to say that will be the last time it happens. Probably won't be the last time. But you never know. Could be lucky. People do win the lottery. So thank you for listening to my story.